Good morning, everybody, and welcome in to Wake Up and Ball, powered by BetUS. I'm your host, Richie. TD lost his voice, folks. If you watched the AFC East roundtable last night, you heard TD's voice was on the way out. It was on the way out, and he just called me a few moments ago, and I couldn't even hear what he was saying. He's like, Richie, I can't do Wake Up and Ball. I can't talk, man. My voice is gone. I was like, really? Like, all right, I'll do it by myself for a little bit because I know some of you are enjoying Wake Up and Ball. So that's why it's just me this morning and no Tony. So everybody wish TD some good health. And I'm like, go get your tea. Go get healthy, TD. You got to rest those vocal cords. I don't know. Maybe he's coming down with some laryngitis or something like that. But we're going to be talking about the hottest NFL news and trade rumors and all things around the sports world right here on Roundtable Sports' YouTube channel. Make sure you guys hit the like button and subscribe here to Roundtable Sports. We're trying to get to 20K subs. We appreciate all the love here on the channel. Woo! Let's get into it, man. Shout out to Caden in the chat. Knicks on top. What a game last night, Caden. I'm going to make a Knicks video right after this about that game. Harry's in the chat. What's up, bro? Noah, what's good? What's good? Listen, folks, there's a lot of things that we want to get into in today's show. And again, if you're wondering where TD is, he's not feeling well. His voice is completely gone. All right, he called me, and I wish I had that on recording. I couldn't even hear what he was saying. It was so bad. I'm like, TD, I can't hear you. I can't hear what you're trying to say, okay? So let's get straight into business, man, and talk about some things. The NBA All-Star break is now here officially. I don't know if there's any Knicks fans in the chat, but last night's game was amazing. I mean, not really. The Knicks should not have went into overtime, but it was thrilling. It was just an overall great basketball game. Karl Anthony Towns is on top of the world right now. Jalen Brunson with the clutch shot to win the game and sending Trae Young and the Hawks home. Goodbye. And now we're in the NBA All-Star break, baby. Love it. Absolutely love it. Glenn, what's up, Glenn? He was sounding bad last night. Glenn, you should have heard him this morning. He was twice as worse this morning, man. He couldn't even get a word off. He really, really couldn't. Lancelot, what's good, man? Appreciate it. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to Wake Up and Ball right here on a Thursday, February 13th. And again, if you're wondering where TD is, he woke up with absolutely no voice. Literally zero voice to be talking about, okay? So let's talk about it. The Rams plan to trade Cooper Kupp. The Rams informed the wide receiver that they will seek a trade immediately. Let me know where you think Cooper Kupp is going to end up, all right? I think there's a lot of intriguing teams out there that's going to be in the race for Cooper Kupp. A lot of intriguing names. I feel like now it's the speculation season, as some like to call it. I feel like at the end of the day, it's hard to predict where Cooper Kupp is going to end up, but I feel like it's going to be to a winner. Also, is Cooper Kupp past his prime? Is he going to be able to thrive without Sean McVay's system, without Matthew Stafford? Those are yet to be seen. You guys in the chat, let me know which team do you feel like he's going to be able to go to, all right? I love that, my Brooklyn Nets. There you go, LaSalle. I'm happy for you, my brother. All right? You should have heard TD on his 3-hour stream last night. TD was live for 3 hours last night. Is that true? I didn't know that. No wonder why he lost his voice completely. TD went live for 3 hours last night after our show? You're lying to me. I got to check that out. Did he really? Yeah, he did. Miami Dolphins late night conversation. No wonder why the man has no voice. He was live for 3 hours last night, bro. Oh, man, he sacrificed Wake Up and Ball for a 3-hour TD Finns talk show. Oh, that was funny. Makes sense. Makes sense. Patriots. You think the Patriots are going to be in on him? Okay, the Patriots wouldn't shock me. Cooper Kupp to the Packers. I can see that as well. I just hope he doesn't come to the AFC East. What team in the AFC East besides the Patriots? I don't think... I mean, why not Buffalo? You bring up the AFC East. Why not Buffalo? Are there any Bills fans in the chat that feel like Cooper Kupp to the Bills is an option? Huh? Anybody in the chat feel like that's an option? Could be. I could see Buffalo because Cooper Kupp is a win now move. Why would he go to New England? New England is not winning next year. I'm sorry. I don't care what Colby's going to say. And I'm not trying to disrespect the Patriots. I'm not saying they're going to be bad next year, but I'm not going to say they're going to be Super Bowl contenders. Like the Bills will be a Super Bowl contender again next year. I think Mike Vrabel is going to have absolutely help out that team. If you're the Patriots, you want to go after T. Higgins or someone young, not a guy like Cooper Kupp, is my point, right? You want to get a guy like T. Higgins that you can build a long-term relationship with Drake May, give him a long-term contract. John Paulo would love Cooper Kupp. Okay, so maybe I'm trying to see what other teams we're not thinking about. LaSalle, yo, you saw my Discord message on my tier change. LaSalle upgraded his Discord. I love that, LaSalle, the $25 tier. Shout out to LaSalle. Guys, if you want to become a Patreon member, definitely come through. We have a lot of people. We have the Glenn tier. Glenn, if you want to call in, you let me know, by the way, because you have access to call into every single Roundtable Sports show, okay? Every single Roundtable Sports show, just so you are aware. The Ravens is a possibility. I can see that. I 100% agree. Kupp is a luxury, a cherry on top. Yeah, exactly. Absolutely. Yeah, so let's go Knicks, Noah. You know it. Last night's game was ridiculous. Cat back-to-back 40-point games. Yeah, bro. I'm excited. I'm going to be on Knicks Media after this to talk about that game. So go check me out on Knicks Media, folks. If you're not already, subscribe to Knicks Media. Would greatly appreciate that. Would greatly appreciate all the love over on that channel. It's the heart of the offseason, man. It really, really is. And we got to make sure we come together and support each other on these downtimes. Support each other on these downtimes. All right? Let's do it. Oh. I'm thinking about joining the $50 tier, but not now, maybe later. All right, LaSalle, that'll be sick if you could do that. We'd love to have you as a caller. Yeah, bro, how do you blow a 6-point lead with 10 seconds left? Give me a heart attack. I know, bro. I know, but luckily JB's got us. JB's got us, and he saved us. All right, let's talk about another rumor. Now, I don't have a graphic for this one, but we talked about it on the huddle yesterday. DK Metcalf is potentially going to be on the trade block. Do you guys think DK Metcalf is going to get traded? Do you guys feel like DK Metcalf is going to be traded away? Let me know. Because JSN completely took over that team, in my opinion. Right? He did. So, I don't know. I don't know why, if you're Seattle, you're in a win-now mode, bro. I mean, you got Geno. You got to maximize everything you got. I don't really see DK getting traded. I'm a big DK Metcalf fan. I have always loved him. Coming out of the draft, I wanted the Jets to draft him that year, I remember. But I don't know if trading him is smart for Seattle unless they feel like they don't have a future with him beyond this year. I think he's entering the last year of his contract. Or maybe DK wants to move on to someone better. I don't know. That'll be an interesting one. That'll be a very interesting one. Now, if you go to BetUS, folks, you see all these cool odds. Sam Darnold is another interesting candidate of where is he going to end up. The Jets are actually at plus 600 to land Sam Darnold. You guys let me know, where is Sam Darnold going to end up? If you want to sign up for BetUS, use the code YouTube150 when you sign up today to get your 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% on your next two, up to $2,000. Shout out to BetUS. I don't see the Jets landing Sam Darnold, but interesting to see that. The Eagles are plus 5,000 to go undefeated next year. Interesting. Who will the Eagles play in week 1? That's an interesting bet. Commanders is even. That would be a fun one. That would be a fun one. We shall see. Where's TD? DTN. TD has no voice. He used all of his vocal cords last night on his 3-hour marathon show on TD Finstock after the AFC East Roundtable. He has zero voice remaining. He's not feeling well. He called me this morning, and I could barely hear what he was saying. He was like, Richie, I can't talk. I can't do it. Got the ball. I'm like, what? I can't do it. Got the ball. I can't talk. I'm like, what? I was messing with him. But, yeah, TD is not feeling well. He should be good, at least. somewhat. I don't get it either, but 47 for DK all day. I don't think the Jets are going to get him. Yeah, you never know. What about Sam Darnold to the Seahawks? That means the Seahawks are moving on from Geno. Let's go Knicks and let's go Jets. Yeah, Eric. How about that Knicks game last night, bro? You know it. Kupp could be the annual Miami Dolphins offseason splash play. Yeah, that'll be great. Go after another old injury-prone wide receiver, Miami. You should do that. Sam Darnold to the Raiders. That's actually where he's favorited to go on BetUS, Sarah. So you're on to something. Look at that. The Raiders are the favorites to land Sam Darnold. Maybe Sarah's on to something. She is a Vikings fan. So does that mean Vikings fans are done with Sam? Like, what's the Vikings fan base? Where are their heads at regarding Sam Darnold? They're just ready for J.J. McCarthy to take over. They're done with Sam. They want to move on. I mean, you ready to do that? Knicks game was so stressful, but I'm so happy we won against the Hawks. Yeah, that was a very stressful game, bro. Thank goodness we won. I could see DK going to Buffalo if he moves. Yeah, I mean, the Bills still need a top dog at wide receiver. I don't care what Dan Mitchell says about Khalil Shakir being the next Amon-Ra St. Brown. That's not the case. James Cook wants money. I can see Buffalo getting aggressive for him, for sure. Make TD come on with the text to voice app. Bro, you can't hear anything he says, I promise. I need the Bills to trade for Myles Garrett. So are there Bills Mafia, is their head at just, we need Myles Garrett? Is that what it's about? You want Myles Garrett, huh? That would be an interesting one, bro. That would be an interesting one. I don't see it happening. I'm sorry. I mean, what do you give up? Your entire future for him? Is that worth it? Is that worth it for you guys? Trading all your future picks for Myles Garrett? I mean, you are in a Super Bowl window, if you would call it that. That would be unreal if you were able to bring that in. Myles Garrett is another guy we got to talk about. Where is he going to end up, bro? He wants out of Cleveland. Cleveland doesn't want to trade him, but you got to talk about it. I don't see the Bills bringing back Amari Cooper. Yeah, he really had no impact for them, right? We have lots of holes, and if we extend Sam, we won't be able to fill those holes. We drafted McCarthy, and I believe in KOC to develop him. There you go, Sarah. Okay. Yeah, I mean, KOC has proven to be able to develop quarterbacks, even though he hasn't really developed a young quarterback yet. But Sam Darnold comes there, breaks out. You saw Joshua Dobbs 2 years ago come in there, play well for a limited sample size. Kirk Cousins played well. So I hear you. I'll take Sam back. Can you imagine the Jets actually bring Sam Darnold back home? Oh, man. What a story. Speaking of the Jets, where are we going at quarterback, bro? Where are the Jets getting a quarterback? Is it Sam? No. Is it the draft? Maybe. Kirk Cousins? Justin Fields? Oh, boy. Yet another offseason with the New York Jets searching for a quarterback. It just feels like it'll never end, man. It'll never end with my New York Jets and when it's a carousel at quarterback. It really, really feels like it'll never end. And it's sad. I got to be real with you guys. I'm sick and tired of it. I want to find a quarterback this year that is the starter for the next decade. Kyle McCord. Intriguing name. You saw Jake Asman show that has yelling match over there. What do you mean? What was Jake Asman doing? It's embarrassing the Jets are back in a quarterback carousel. Well, DTN, you're going to be back in a quarterback carousel when Drake May becomes Mac Jones all over again. So, yeah, I wouldn't talk. If we go out and get a mobile quarterback and we aren't doing anything, every good team has a mobile quarterback. Yeah. Jordan Travis, I'm excited about. I'm not going to say he's going to be our starting quarterback forever, but he is a mobile quarterback that is intriguing. I don't see him becoming our franchise QB, but I am excited to see what he looks like in preseason and training camp. All that fun stuff. All that fun stuff. Bills Fans for Life says, I'd trade 2 firsts and a third in Russo or another pick for Garrett. Bean and McDermott can't draft defensive line to save their lives, so why not go all out for Garrett? I mean, listen, Myles Garrett is a generational talent. That's the type of price you're going to have to pay for that, for sure. Is it worth it? We shall see. That'd be crazy. Most of the QBs that make the playoffs are first-round draft picks, but what QB is worth you drafting at 7? Well, Jalen Hurts was not a first-round pick, and he just won a Super Bowl. Second-round pick, I believe, Jalen Hurts. But yeah, most first-round picks, if you look around the NFL right now, the top dogs come in the first round. Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Joe Burrow, Jaden Daniels, C.J. Stroud, Jordan Love, Jared Goff, Sam Darnold, dog. But, you know, what QBs are thriving right now that are not first-round picks? You know, you got Brock Purdy. Jordan Love was not a second-rounder. Jordan Love was a first-round pick. I want Jalen Milroe or Jackson Dart. Jackson Dart for sure. I do not want Jalen Milroe, bro. I was at the Senior Bowl. I watched both of these quarterbacks with my own eyes. Jalen Milroe, every time he dropped back for a simple pass, he would miss a wide-open receiver in the middle of the field. I'm like, this guy can't throw in the middle of the field. Can't. Jalen Milroe is a worse version of Justin Fields. That's what it feels like to me. Jalen Milroe is a worse version of Justin Fields, and I'm not a fan of Justin Fields either. So, can he be dynamic and make people miss in the open field and run the ball and pick up first downs with his legs? Yeah, but I don't see anything positive coming from Jalen Milroe in this league. Folks, don't forget to smash a like button if you're enjoying the show. We appreciate it. We appreciate that, bro. Let's go. Draft the QB next year for the draft for the Jets. So, that means we just go into this season with a veteran and then, oh, no. I think we got to draft a quarterback every year until we find ours. That's how I look at it, JD. Luke, Wake Up a Ball, best morning show. Well, Luke, thank you so much. That means a lot to me, bro. We are without TD Finstock this morning because of his voice is gone. We are without him. Is TD going to be on the huddle today? Good question, Chris. If his voice sounds exactly like it sounded when he called me, I don't think it's possible for him to be on the huddle. And I'm sure he's going to do. I told him, drink some tea. Get that vocal cords all ready to go. Richie, do you see the Jets trying to trade for a wide receiver? Yeah, I mean, I think the Jets are going to keep a mind open in every single facet of this game. The wide receiver position is low-key a really big hole around Garrett Wilson. I mean, we don't even have any people with Devontae Adams potentially on the move, Alan Lazard potentially cut. There's really no one next to Garrett Wilson. Malachi Corley is the only guy, and Xavier Gibson, two who are like wide receiver 4 and 5. So, yeah, absolutely. Richie, what guy would you love the Jets to trade for that's available outside of QB? What position would you like the Jets to target in the draft? Great question. I think that the tight end position is going to be a big hole the Jets are going to fill. Also, CB number 2 is going to be a big hole when DJ Reed leaves from free agency. I can see the Jets also targeting safeties, linebackers, but a wide receiver is probably, like, we need Garrett Wilson to get a big-time talent next to him. In a perfect world, we keep Devontae Adams and we restructure his contract. I mean, I still think he's got it, but I don't think Devontae wants to stay on the Jets at all without Aaron Rodgers and without all that. You know what I mean? So, that's how you got to look at it. Oh, boy. Do you think Aaron Rodgers retires? That's a great question. I don't think so. I mean, knowing Aaron Rodgers, he's not going to want to go out like that. He's not going to want to go out like that, man. That's how I look at it. Personally, I think he's going to be able to do it. I think he's going to be able to go out there and play. All right, we got a question from LaSalle on our Discord Patreon mailbag. So shout out to LaSalle. If you guys want to become a Patreon member, you can join the tier and you can ask any question in the Patreon mailbag. LaSalle asks, Richie, what is your opinion on Jackson Dart, Zach Wilson comparison? I don't think that is... I mean, why is there a comparison of Jackson Dart and Zach Wilson? Is it just because they're both from Utah? First of all, Zach Wilson was better in college and a better prospect And I think it's a lazy comparison just because they're both from Utah. Like, I don't get the comparison. I think the biggest difference is Jackson Dart has played in college against tougher competition, which makes me feel better about Jackson Dart. Where Zach Wilson was in BYU, didn't play a lot of tough competition. Jackson Dart had a lot of tough games against a lot of tough competition, played very well in the bowl game. So I don't see the comparison. I think it's lazy just because they're both from Utah. I don't know. I mean, unless Jackson Dart goes out in the combine and has like a Zach Wilson type of throw, and then all of a sudden he's up at the top 2, and then it's like that all over again. I don't know. But interesting question, LaSalle. If you guys want to become a Patreon member, the link is in the description, folks. So definitely go out there and support us over on the Patreon, folks. The Patreon member is where LaSalle is able to do it. I'll put the link right here for you guys to sign up in case anybody wants to, real quick in the chat. Boom. Become a Patreon member, baby. Outside of the Knicks, who do you like to make the finals? I got the Lakers. I think the addition of Luka Doncic is going to change everything for them. I think LeBron is going to get back to the finals now that they got Luka. Give me a Knicks-Lakers finals. Come on now. I don't know. This could be Cleveland's year as well. I think that they are playing at a different level right now. The Cleveland Cavaliers. I mean, in the East, it's really between 3 teams in my eyes. It really is the Cavs, Celtics, and Knicks. But in the Western Conference, OKC can definitely get in. For sure. They're playing at another level. Denver is always there, knocking at the door. But yeah, we'll see. If Deebo gets traded, what is the price? Great question there. I think Deebo Samuel is going to get... I don't know what the price is going to be for that one. I don't know if it's going to be as much as you think. Right? I think Deebo Samuel is probably going to go like for a second and a fifth or a third and a fifth, something like that. Not first round pick worthy anymore. Injury prone, passes prime, more of like a vet type of move for him. Not a great route runner, just a guy when you put the ball in his hands, he's able to make people miss and break tackles. New England has an extra third, so we got capital. Maybe the Patriots will trade for Deebo, huh? You never know. You never know. Interesting stuff, man. Interesting stuff. Where Shadur Sanders going to look? Where is he going to land, huh? That's a very interesting name I'm excited to see. Also, Travis Hunter. I saw Travis Hunter at Radio Row. I saw him. He had a crowd around him. And I'm like, hey, yo, look, that's Travis Hunter. That's a guy that is a doll. Travis Hunter could go... Where is he going to go? Number 1, to shock the world. Number 2, 3, 4. Where do you guys think Travis Hunter is going to go? Sanders to the Raiders. Sanders can fall to the Jets at 7, too. I don't know. If Malik Neighbors doesn't get the ball, bro's going to get mad. Hey, bro, that's what the reality is in this world. I can see Sanders to the Giants. That would be fun. That would be fun. Sanders to the Giants with Malik Neighbors. That would add a lot of flash to the Giants. They've been so boring, the Giants, with Daniel Jones, where there's like no interest in anybody into the New York Giants. And I'm saying that from a New York person. Like, being in New York, the Giants, like the Jets, at least when we suck, we're still talked about. And I'm not saying it's a positive thing, but the Jets like own the city from a narrative, from like a talking standpoint. More people talk about the Jets than the Giants in the city. If they get Sanders, that's going to change. If Sanders goes to the Giants going to be very intriguing this year. And it doesn't mean they're going to be good. I'm just saying talk of the town, right? Sanders to the Jets would be very interesting. Don't sleep on the Jets to get aggressive and trade up for their guy. I mean, if they love Sanders and he's fallen a little bit, they can trade up to 4 or 5. You never know. You never know. Sam Darnold to the Giants. Oh, boy. Rather draft Dart than Sanders. I really wonder where Dart's going to go. Is he going to go in the top 10? Is he going to fall out of the top 10? Sanders disliked the Jets and Browns QB development, but he doesn't get to choose where he gets drafted. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people like TD even thinks that he gets to choose because his dad is Dion, and his dad gets to choose where he wants to go. Stafford to the Giants would be great. I don't understand that narrative either, because what do the Giants have that makes Matthew Stafford want to go there? I mean, Matthew Stafford's at the point of his career, he wants to win the Super Bowl before he hangs it up, no? Why would he go to a team that is bad around him? That's how I look at it. Folks, don't forget, please hit the like button and subscribe here to Roundtable Sports. If you want to become a Patreon member, the link is in the description and also in the chat. So you can join the Patreon mailbag Discord. You can also call in at any time you want. We appreciate all the love here on Wake Up a Ball. It's going to be a shorter episode this morning because without TD, you know what I mean? It's all good. But we love you guys so much for tuning into this show and Wake Up a Ball. We have a lot of exciting things coming all off-season long. So make sure you guys hit the notification bell, subscribe to this YouTube channel. Probably going to wrap it up here, folks. So thank you all so much for tuning in. Big shout out to BetUS for sponsoring Wake Up and Ball. And we will see you guys later on the huddle. Will TD show up for the huddle? What's the odds for that? What's the odds of TD Finstock showing up for the huddle at 3 o'clock? Or is his voice going to be too far gone for that? We'll see. Have a great day, everybody. Love you all so much. And I'm going to go make a Knicks video about that game last night. So go show some love on Knicks Media. Would appreciate that. Love you all. This is going to be a fun offseason. I'm just seeing all these rumors and everything. Appreciate all the love, guys. Peace out.